I am Michael Kurosh. I live in Santa Barbara, California, one of the most beautiful places on earth. My design center is where people come to reimagine their homes and spaces. I work with the best designers, clients with broad tastes, and experts who navigate the fascinating world of design. I'm always excited to learn something new, and I never say no to a challenge. This is Design Santa Barbara. Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I'm Michael Kurosh, and today we are in Santa Barbara Design Center, where I'm pleased to welcome noted Santa Barbara realtor Adam McKaig. Adam, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for asking me. We've been friends for a long time, and it's truly an honor to be on your show.
It is so wonderful having you over here in our show. And earlier I was asking you, how do I know you? It is so many years ago.
Yes.
And it is, how many years is it? It is like 27, 28 years?
About 28 years.
We know each other.
It's
a pleasure of mine.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine.
Thank you. So we're gonna ask a few questions
Sure.
that they are related to your business, and I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers are interested to know a little more about you and what you do.
Good.
So I wrote them down. Here we go. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I understand you were born and raised here in Santa Barbara.
Yes, I was. Thank you to my father. My father was originally from Ohio. He went to Stanford, became an attorney, and after Stanford, he got a job in Los Angeles, a big law firm down there, and he took a train ride to that job, stopped off in Santa Barbara, and he had a layover, so he walked up and down State Street and walked up to the courthouse, and he found that Santa Barbara was so beautiful. He let that train go by, and he looked for a job here, got a job here, and a couple of years later I was born, and I thank my dad for that. But I grew up here, went to local schools, surfed local beaches, hiked local trails. I got married, had 2 children, and I've just enjoyed my life here always.
Wonderful. Wow, what a stroke of luck.
Yeah,
actually. Very nice. Thank God he missed the train, or he passed a little ago. All right. So many people move to Santa Barbara from elsewhere, as you just mentioned, your dad from Ohio. What kind of perspective does growing up here gives you?
Well, I'm biased. I love our hometown, as do other people. And Santa Barbara's been a destination as long as it's been a town, for hundreds of years, because of the climate. It's perfect. It's short weather all year round. The proximity to the beach, the proximity to the mountains, proximity to Los Angeles, to San Francisco, our airport. It's about the most perfect place on earth.
That's exactly how I feel about this town. It's paradise on earth.
Yes.
It literally is.
Indeed.
And we are close enough to everything, but far enough from them too.
Yes, we're insulated from the yucky and keep the goodness in our little bubble.
It's true. I'm glad we think the same. What first attracted you to the real estate business?
Well, at a young age, I was taught to serve our community, and I thought, how can I have a profession and get paid to serve? And real estate was perfect. And it's a job that I'm very passionate about, because I'm passionate about our community. So it's a perfect fit.
Well, this is as you mentioned, it is a thing that you can make money helping others.
Yes.
It's a very few things in the world you can do that.
Yes.
And real estate it is.
And it's great. I put my clients' interests above and beyond mine, and as a byproduct, I get paid for doing that. But that's not my main goal. It's just to serve others.
That's wonderful. That's actually very noble. What makes Santa Barbara such a special location for real estate?
Oh boy, again, the climate, the proximity to the towns north and south of us. We have the beautiful Channel Islands out there protecting us from tidal waves. again, the mountains. You could be anywhere in Santa Barbara and be at the beach in 10 minutes, and up in the mountains in 10 minutes is, again, paradise.
And it's always the same weather.
Same
Either
weather.
it's
Same
fall,
weather.
it's spring,
We
it's
have-
all the same. One season
One
here.
season, just perfect.
Perfect, it's true. I mean, sometimes you think about if they give you the thermometer, you could not do any better.
No.
That's it.
Ideal.
It's wonderful. When we come back, we will be talking more to Adam about Santa Barbara real estate. Stay tuned. There is more Design Santa Barbara coming after the break. This week on Michael's Minute, we are going to talk about rug cleaning and restoration. A fine rug is a family treasure often passed on from generation to generation. Rugs need to be properly taken care of to ensure their survival and protect your investment. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we are the foremost experts in professional cleaning, repairing, and preserving your rugs. Rugs should be hand washed every 3 to 5 years to maintain structure. When was the last time you washed your rugs? Proper cleaning can extend the longevity of your rug, whereas steam cleaning can damage it. Restorations by Rugs & More include hand stitching, fixing fringes and sides, and reviewing worn pile. For the finest restoration and cleaning, bring your rugs into Rugs & More at Santa Barbara Design Center today, 410 Olive Street. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. Today we are talking with my good friend and Santa Barbara realtor, Adam McKaig. Adam, thank you for joining us and thank you for being
Michael.
here. And as I was going to tell you, I'm glad you didn't run away after the first segment. Thank you. So our audience is very interested to know about the real estate in Santa Barbara. As you know, it is the biggest investment they do, and having you here is wonderful. So I'm going to ask questions on their behalf.
Great.
Adam, can you share some fascinating stories from the world of Santa Barbara real estate?
Well, it's a lot of fun. We get to go into fabulous houses, get to see properties that we've never seen before without getting arrested for trespassing. We were actually asked to be there, which is great. And what's interesting is a lot of the people that we get to share Santa Barbara with, and a lot of celebrities. You've seen them on TV, you've listened to their music. Unfortunately, I can't say who they are, but it's been a pleasure to introduce these people to Santa Barbara and have them fall in love with Santa Barbara as I do, show them Santa Barbara through my eyes. But let's say I sold a property next to Ronald Reagan's ranch, and it was a 1,400-acre ranch right next door, and we were allowed to tour Ronald Reagan's ranch and house, and it was so interesting seeing the clothes hung up in his closet. His boots were set right there at the front door as though he just stepped out and would be right back, and just the humble way that he lived was amazing. And that was one of the perks of being a realtor here. I got to see that.
Yeah, Ronald Reagan was actually one of the most famous residents of Santa Barbara
Yes,
County.
yes.
And I remember when Gorbachev came to his ranch, and that was partially, I think, maybe causing the end of the Soviet Union as it was.
Yes.
So that's see the humanity of the Americans and how friendly they are and how humble they are.
Yeah, and even the late Queen of England, she went up there as well, up the windy road up to the ranch, and Ronald Reagan had tacos and beans, and she had never seen food like that, didn't know how to even eat a taco.
Hold
I
it
was
with
told.
hand maybe.
Yes, yes. But,
That's very interesting. Well, very well. Thank you. What is the most important piece of advice you will give someone looking to sell their home, especially in today's environment? And you know, the interest rates have gone up a little bit and a little bit of uncertainty, but you have been in it for a long run. So what is the right advice?
Yeah, that's a good question. Find a realtor that first you get along with, but one that has deep community ties, one that knows the market, one that is well respected amongst the peers. Oh, wait a minute.
Is
That's
that you?
me. Wow. But yes,
Yes.
have a relationship with your agent and an agent that is going to look after your best interests and not after their own. Very
Their
important.
commission at the end.
Yes.
Because a lot of times you get the
Yes.
feeling, a lot of times you actually get the feeling that they are looking to get their commission, not your
Oh,
interest.
absolutely.
But I know you're very
Absolutely.
different, and
Yeah.
thank God. Okay, so how about for someone who's looking to buy a home now?
Okay. Well, again, you want that same realtor that has proven track record, that's very savvy, that is a full-time realtor, not a part-time realtor. Again, the market isn't the frenzy market that we did have, but it is still a competitive market, so you have to have someone that is full-time, that works around the clock, and is looking after your best interest.
So sometimes people make a mistake, or they are on the impression that somebody that has sold $1 billion worth of real estate will take care of them better because they have a proven record.
Right.
Is that the case or is not the case?
No, well, some of those big realtors have a team that do the work for them, but you want someone that's going to actually do it themselves, the person that you have gotten to know. And you know, that's very, very important.
So when you go to a restaurant, you want the chef to cook for you, not the sous chef.
Correct, correct. Same thing, yes.
So they should give you a call. Okay, all right. Either buy or selling. This has been such an interesting time for real estate market. Where do you see it heading from this point on?
Well, again, you touched on the fact that interest rates are rising. So, you know, it's getting harder for those clients that want to get a loan, but there's still a lot of cash here. And there's not so much money made in Santa Barbara, but a lot of money brought here. So we're somewhat insulated. We will see it slow down, probably to pre-pandemic
Levels of pricing.
but even that was good. That was good. The pandemic just shot it through an unrealistic roof.
Yeah,
But,
it was a little bit of an artificial money pumping
Yes.
situation that people
Yes.
got extra money for free. But
Yes.
that has come to an end, as we know, and it's getting a little bit tougher to cash
It is.
your
It is indeed.
assets. So, well, you think so it's going to go to the pre-pandemic level?
It could, but that's still a good level.
Oh, yes, it's
Yeah.
like 50% up at this point. So, yes.
Not quite, but
And I'm going to have lots more to talk about. We'll be right back with more Design Santa Barbara after the break. Today on Design FYI, we're going to talk about what not to buy when you're going shopping for rugs. Most big outlets or national chains, they sell nowadays hand-tufted rugs. This sounds like it's hand knotted, it's done by hand, but actually they are not. It's called hand-tufted and is actually a gun that rolls the wool around the warp, and they are not good rugs at all. So this is a sample we're having here for you to see. Anything that has a backing like this, flip your rugs over at home, see if it has a backing, is absolutely not good. So what it does is it hides what they did below this thing, which is a latex glue, which actually is toxin. And if you have got any rugs over the net, I hate to say it, over the net, because it's easy to sell and they're inexpensive, you buy these things over the internet. So when it comes to your house, they smell. Have you noticed that? They smell more like a gasoline or more like a diesel because they don't let the latex cure. And the latex that glues this wool to this backing smells a lot. On top of that, they shed quite a lot. The wool is cheap because they need to be inexpensive, and they shed. I would not recommend you to get anything, again, that has a backing and is glued, because it comes apart very easily. It is temporary. It is not a green product because they wear very quickly, end up in the fill, and just basically as a landfill junk we are adding to our planet. The things I would recommend you to get, unlike these things that have backing, is the rugs that they have nuts to them. So as what to buy, I highly recommend you to get some rugs that they are hand knotted. And how you can see, flip it to the back, and you can see the knots are done individually, and each one is slightly different than the next one because they're done by hand, and the intensity of the wool and the pull they have, the weaver, makes them look different. Also, the sides are done by hand. That you can see very easily. If you want to buy a real rug, please come to Santa Barbara Design Center and I can gladly help you. Thank you for joining us on Design FYI, Santa Barbara Design Center, Fort and Olive. My grandfather taught me about the beauty of the rugs. Each one tells a story. Story about the person who wove it, the person who bought it, the person who inherits it, the person who treasures it. It's amazing how simply looking at an object can bring you back to a different place and time, or remind you of someone you love. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we want to help you find a rug that will travel through time with your family for generations to come. Visit us at 410 Olive Street and find your treasure today. This week on Michael's Minute, we are going to talk about modern and transitional rugs. At Santa Barbara Design Center, we have over 1,000 modern and transitional rugs at any given time in various sizes and colors. A modern or transitional rug can completely transform your living space. It can make a cold room comfortable or balance out an uneven contrast. We can also custom make the modern rug of your dreams, designed to your specification, taste, and color. And at Santa Barbara Design Center, we can do it faster, better, for less. That's why the top designers in the world use our modern and transitional rugs. To see our vast collection or start designing your custom masterpiece, come visit us at Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive Street. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. This week we are talking about Santa Barbara real estate with Adam McKaig, my dear friend. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, so stepping away from real estate for a moment, you do a lot of charitable work, as I know. Can you please tell us about that?
Well, again, I love serving people, and I serve through my real estate. And on March 1st, 2020, the pandemic hit, making realtors non-essential. And I go, wow, we're not even allowed to work. We're not allowed to show properties. We're not allowed to sell our product. So, I freaked out. What do I do? How do I serve people? Well,
you're one of those guys cannot sit on your seat for 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, I've got to keep going and going. And I thought, wow, the stores, the shelves are bare, and shopping is very difficult. How do the elderly do it? How do the people that are at risk of getting sick do it? So I said, I'll do it for them. I posted on Facebook, if anybody needs help shopping for medication or food, I'd be glad to help. And the outpouring was immediate.
Wow.
So I go, wow, I've got a job. And again, I didn't charge for this. No tips, nothing. I just wanted to help and serve my community. So I would take the order, go out to Goleta, start at Costco, and work my way out to all the stores and end up in Oxnard. And hopefully I was able to fill most of an order. And I had 4 or 5 orders going at any one time. And this was going great. And all of a sudden I was getting more orders, and I was getting more people that wanted to help. And there Adam's Angels was born. And we started serving our community doing that. And then I got a call from Brunei Brith. They said, Adam, you're out and about. Can you bring a couple sacks of clothing to the courthouse? There's a lady in black that needs help. So I went to the courthouse, and I'm looking around for the lady in black. She wasn't there, but all these other women came out of the bushes and under the eaves, very scared, not knowing about the pandemic. all the services for food and shelter from churches and from the city stopped. So I go, wow, we need help. So immediately I put together kits of hygiene and notes saying what to do, wash your hands, and food and clothing, and it ballooned from there. You know, we had put together non-perishable bags of food. Right now we've done over 34,000. We have a meal in the park once a week. We do Christmas, Thanksgiving. In fact, we're gearing up for a good Thanksgiving, and the whole community is welcome. And we should have about 600 meals.
Wow.
And that'll be at the Veterans Memorial Building. We have a program where we help those that need glasses. We get their eyes examined and we buy glasses. And again, the money doesn't come from any grant. It comes from our own pockets and just caring community citizens. We have actually helped facilitate automobiles for people to live in as well, and put them in a safe parking program. And who knows where it's going to go from here.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that the extent, but that's amazing.
Oh, yeah,
Wonderful. 34,000 servings.
Yes, yes.
That's pretty interesting.
That's just that, and we've given out probably 15,000 masks, 100,000 articles of clothing probably, and food. You know, those that can't afford diapers for their children, we provide that for them, and you know.
That's wonderful. That is so nice. I mean, that's what pays back, and that's what Karma does. We are very lucky having people like you, and let's say like Unity Shop organization.
They're great.
That is what is important. That's wonderful. Thank you. Why is it so important to give back to the community?
Oh my God.
That was the second question.
Well, the community is your home, and you should take care of your home. Bottom line.
That's wonderful. Wow. Thank you. So we said all these things. So what is the best way for people to contact you and to reach you?
Sure. Well, you can call me at 805-452-6884 or email me at AdamA.McKaig@gmail. AdamA.McKaig@gmail.com.
Well, thank you. And people saw it on the screen, so please give him a call if you want to buy or sell a house. He's the man. So, final question. Can you tell us about some of the properties you currently have on the market?
Wow, the properties have been selling pretty quickly. In fact, we just sold Johnny Cash's house.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yes. Wow. I
yeah.
didn't know he lives here.
Well, he had a place. He wanted to get out of the hustle and bustle of the town and find something more country. So a little town called Casita Springs, he bought a piece of land in 1961, and he laid out a house exactly how he wanted it, and he built it. And it's interesting because everything was pretty much left intact. There's a record player that pulls out of the a wall in the kitchen. The chandeliers, wagon wheel chandeliers are still there. The sparkles in the ceiling. Apparently Johnny wanted the children to see stars at night, even in their bedroom. So the black ceiling had sparkles, the green room ceiling had sparkles, and it was really, really awesome. And the publicity we got from that, we gave the Wall Street Journal the exclusive, and from there Forbes, Hollywood Reporter, you know, multiple languages, went around the world. It went viral, and it's nice we sold it to a Johnny Cash fan.
Johnny Cash fan bought actually the house
Yeah.
of Johnny Cash. Wow, that's so interesting.
But we had a lot of entertainers that were vying for it, but they missed out. But some of the properties we do have, we have a 330-acre property in Ojai as well, and it's beautiful. It's got a view of the Topa Topa Mountains to Santa Paula Gorge to the Channel Islands. It's spectacular. Unfortunately, it was a victim of the Thomas Fire. But so the house is gone, but all the infrastructure is there, from the underground electricity to the beautiful well to the water filtration, the septic, the roads, and that's a place that one would go to get away. A lot of people that have big jobs that want to get away come and go to their retreat and recharge.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hollywood people actually live around the neighborhood because it's actually very interesting that nobody bothers them.
Yes.
So that's a good thing about our town, or let's say Ohio and so on. They can come here and be freely who they are, whereas they are in Los Angeles, going to be people taking pictures, coming to you, talk to you, and this.
Yes.
Here we leave them alone. I mean, we get them in our shop quite often, and we just try to actually ignore them a little bit, so let them be free and happy.
Yes, exactly. And you know, Santa Barbara's a good place to not be bothered. You don't necessarily have the paparazzi like Los Angeles.
Yes,
But
it's true.
and, you know, I've got some other ranches right now coming up. 150 acre in Santa Ynez. We have a 20 acre in Los Olivos. We have a 57 acre horse ranch in Agoura, which is spectacular. And we are getting houses too, some pretty big houses that will be fun to promote.
And you mentioned after this episode, we're going to go see one of the fantastic houses you have for sale.
Yeah. Well, this is not on the market right now, but I want to show it to you because it's spectacular. 20 acres in Montecito with the most extreme views, beautiful house. Anyway, I'm looking forward to showing it to you.
I'd love to see that. 20 acres is just one of the biggest lots there is in Montecito, perhaps.
It is, pretty much.
Love to see it.
Let's go.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Let's head over and see this beautiful property. Adam, thank you so very much for being on our show. It was a pleasure. And I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers took a lot and learned a lot from this episode.
Well, I'm happy, and the pleasure's all mine.
No, thank you again. And today we are in this magnificent Montecito mansion that we're going to show next week.
Oh, I can't wait to show you all.
Love to see it. Thank you again. We'll see you next week on Design Santa Barbara with Adam McKaig.